It's a great pleasure to have you, Effie, with us today. Could you introduce yourself and introduce your business?
Okay, hello Nour. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm very happy to join you. Hello to everyone that is watching this video. As you said, I am Bachtzevana. I am a music teacher and an author. I was born in Australia, but I live in Greece. And I teach music at the Municipality Conservatoire of Neapolis, Sikes in Greece. And I am a headmaster of music kinetic approach of a private institute of vocational training. The last 10 years, I've been working very much with new musical instruments that are called Boomwhackers. So I'm going to tell you all about my method and the books I have written. I have written 2 books and a pairing teaching method, which is Let's Play Boomwhackers, Learn English through music and play, which is a very simple method to play music. I was the first one here in Greece to bring Boomwhackers. I was the first one to create a Boomwhacker orchestra, maybe the first Boomwhacker orchestra in Europe also, with very little children from ages 4 to 12, and we carried out many events and we played all over Greece. I was also the first one to introduce Boomwhackers and my method to kindergartens in Greece, and also at the first early stage of music education for little children. And the last 20 years, I've been training educators how to use Boomwhackers in education, primary teachers, English teachers, everyone who just wants to use Boomwhackers in education. My method has been traveling all over the world. I've been doing seminars in Cyprus, definitely in Greece. I've also been doing a lot of Skype sessions and Zooms in many schools in India. And I've also introduced my method in Council for Creative Education in Finland and International Teachers Development Institute, and of course in Twinkle Australia Teaching Group. Also, I am a guest speaker in Microsoft Skype classroom.
That's so interesting. Okay.
Yes, I've been doing a lot of things with Boomwhackers, and even though I've been teaching music for over 25 years, and I've also trained educators, you know, playing the piano and stuff like that. I've seen that Boomwhackers have a big impact, not only for children, but for educators too. And that's the most important thing for me, because many educators want to introduce music to their classrooms, but they see that it is difficult for them, you know, to sit down and take the paper and write the notes and learn the notes and then study. But Boomwhackers, as you see here, are very easy to use, are very easy to hold, are very easy to play, and they are in different colors, which makes it very, very interesting, not only for little children, but for big children too, you know, for educators. And wherever I've been in other countries, everyone has seen Boomwhackers with a lot of interest and enthusiasm. And the good thing about it is that it is very active. You don't sit all the time, but you can dance and you can play and you can sing and you can do almost everything.
Okay. So let's start with our first question. How does music affect the brain?
Okay, now it is very important what you said right now. Music, I personally believe that it is the most important thing that we can teach, not only as small children, but an adult, because music is an international word, and we can all communicate with music, and we can all have, you know, we can just listen to music, play music, and have good time. So what the question that you asked me, I will say to you that that was my problem. So I was thinking, how can I make my students to be to get interested in music and have fun and want to come to our classes? So that's why I started using Boomwhackers in a totally different way.
Okay. So the next question: how does music affect the brain of children?
Well, I personally believe that music, that children have to start learning music in a very early age. We can start learning music from the age of months. Even, you know, children can learn music from months, and they can start listening to music, cooperating with different other musical percussion instruments. So the earlier the children starts, the better for it too. And I will also tell you that I've made my method, the Boomwhackers method. I've made it so easy and simple, so we can start playing this musical instrument for children that are very young. So the first part is that we learn a lot of general concepts about music and Boomwhackers and how we can use them for very little children. For example, they can use their imagination, which is very important for a little child to use his imagination. We can ask children to suggest other ways to use music in a lesson. So this helps the children to get more easy started with music.
Okay, let me ask another question. Like, can music help you like engage the students, like engage their interest, make them like the learning process, like overcome their fear and their like intimidation in the classroom?
Well, I think that is our goal. That is what we have to do to to make when we teach music. That must be our goal, because we want children to come in the classroom. We want, as I said before, to use our imagination. We want them to dance. We want them to sing. We want them to use musical instruments as a music kinetic material. We want them to use their body in the beginning with very simple movements, and then more complicated. So we want to have a combination of all these things. We want to use rhythm very much. We want to combine the rhythm, the movement, and the speech, which is very important. We can do many activities, and then we can just put the speech inside. So all these are a combination that I think that children really have fun. And from all these years that I've been teaching music, I've never saw a child having fears about music. They all the time come with enthusiasm, and they want to be energetic and active. And it depends on the way we teach music to the children. And all of those years, I've always trying to find paths and inspirational, creative ways in order to pass them down to my students. And that's very, very important. And somewhere there came Boomwhackers, because sometimes it's a little bit bored to do the same things again and again. And, you know, for example, musical stories or playing musical games. Children want all the time to do more things and more creative and different things. And I have to tell you that when you teach in a classroom and you have 20 students, and if they are young, the most time they want every 15 minutes something different. They want a different activity. So you have to all the time be creative and engage them in many and different ways.
Okay, that's very interesting. Like children are always energetic and want to participate. What about adults? Don't they feel embarrassed?
Yes, yes. I've been teaching adults for over 15 years, and I'm training them all over, especially now with my method. Um, I also believe what I said in the beginning, it's the way that you teach and what you want from them. Definitely, for example, Boomwhackers, as I told you, is an easy method that we can learn to play music without knowing to read the notes, but we use the colors, and we don't have to read the notes, but we use only two values. I have them here. We learn to play songs only with the quarter note and the eighth note, and it's very easy. And I can also show you, for example, one of the songs, a song I have written, where you see the note and you just have to know how many times you have to tap your Boomwhacker according to your color. So this is something that's very easy for them to do. So I always remember the first time that I do a workshop where I train teachers. And when I say to them, it is very easy. You just have to tap the boom walker when you see your color. And it is so nice when you hear them without knowing the notes, and they play a song, and they like it very much, and there's so much enthusiasm from them. And you know, little, they just start playing and start dancing, and they just enjoy it. And they say that this is a way that we can teach music to our students, and we can just have fun. And we mustn't forget that music is having fun. It's not, you know, sitting down and writing and reading and studying all the time. Okay, if you want to be a professional music, definitely yes. But if you want to teach music in the classroom, especially to little children, we want to have fun. But it's the same for adults too. So
Okay.
my experience all those years from adults is that if you show them something that they can really cooperate, and it's something that they can do, and of course we have to um, find a way, you know, say good things to them, that okay, you can do it. So I think that the result is really very good.
Yeah. Okay. Like, when did you exactly know or decide that you will introduce the Boomwhackers to the world?
Well, I find Boomwhackers accidentally on YouTube as I was you know, trying to find new methods and new things to put in my classroom with my students. And when I just, you know, fell on them, because let's say here that boomwhackers are very new musical instruments. They were invented in 1995, so they are very new. Many people don't know boomwhackers. So I said, yes, I like them. I want to introduce them in my classroom. So I got a pair of them, and I started, you know, playing them at home, and started and trying to find some ways that I can use them and they could be nice to my students. And I was praying and hoping that my students were going to like them. So I started writing songs because I didn't want to use all the tubes and all the colors. I wanted to start with two colors, for example, the green one and the yellow one. So it would be easy for the children to tap two colors. And then I just put another color every time that the students were doing well. So I thought that not only students liked Boomwhackers and the way that they were playing and we were presenting all our work, but the parents also liked them. And they were saying that children at home play all the time and they like them. So I thought it would be nice if I could write a book and introduce my method and write the way that I use them, because my method is in three parts. The first part is easy and it's about general concepts about boom markers. How do we use them? How do we hold them? How do we tap them? Use our imagination and do other color and do other things about it. We learn the colors, we learn the notes, we experience musical intensities, we can do shapes, we can write words, very easy things, especially for children that are in kindergarten, maybe the first grades of primary school. And I use a lot of movement, so we can learn the left and the right and up and down, front, back, you know, hop and put it through our legs and stuff like that. So it's a combination of learning movement and English together. Okay, so if our native language is not English and we speak another language, it is very easy for them to learn the movements using the boom walker and tapping the boom walker. And when we have practiced a lot on this and we use a lot of music, for example, if you know the song, The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round. So we do a lot of movements using the boom walkers and tapping them, and a lot of songs like this. Then we go on the second part, which the second part is rhythmic. It's all about rhythm, how we learn to tap in a steady beat, you know, which is really very important for the children. So when we learn to study to tap in a steady beat, then we can combine the speech together. So we can say our name, for example, Nour, and then we can just put some more words and some more phrases. And it is difficult. It's not easy, you know, to combine the study beat and the speech together. And we can put some movements too. Okay, so we could just tap our foot and do three do three things together. But from my experience, I see that children really like it and they correspond very positive. And then the third part is the part where we learn to play a song. And as I said before, we begin with two boomwhackers, the green and the yellow. So we are one team and we play all the same thing. And when, according to how the children are going on, we put the red one. So we have two teams, one team and two teams. So we play songs with three, and then we just put the orange, and we have two teams, this team and this team, and then we put another one. So we have three teams. And the good thing about this is that, from my experience, what I've really seen is that different colors make playing a song very easy. I'm saying that again, which is very important, and for the adult. So we hold one or two boomwhackers, and all we have to know is when and how many times. We just have to tap the boomwhackers. All the activities, all the songs are presented as games, which is very, very important, not only for children, but for adults. Don't forget that even adults, when they attend a workshop or a seminar, they want to have fun. They just don't want to be there, listening at you and saying do this and this and showing the PowerPoint all the time. It is very. They just wanna be active in all these situations. Children, using the boomwalkers activities and songs, children many times, not most of the time, work in groups, which is very important for me. They don't work individually, so they work in groups. So they communicate, they be creative, they express themselves, they learn many concepts, musical and English, in a very simple and enjoyable way. They learn to concentrate, coordinate, cooperate. They take group decisions. They can wear their turn. They can expect rules or make their own rules. They can take common decisions. They help one another. So using boomwalkers in education, I think that students and educators can gain many, many, many things.
Great. Can you show us an example? We want to have some fun.
Really? You want to?
Yeah.
Okay, of course I will. And I will also, for example, we can use a lot of cards for the children to learn the colors. Okay, so I have to turn my computer. I hope you can see me now. Wait a minute. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so here are the boomwalkers. Okay. They are 8, and of course we can say that they are not expensive to buy, okay, which is really very important. They are made out of plastic. They are tubes in different colors and lengths, and they are not heavy. We can carry them wherever we want, not only at school, but to play with a friend or wherever. So I will play a very easy song, and I would like you or Nour to find what song I'm playing. Okay, you have to tell me the title. I'm doing it once again. Okay, so boomwhackers, wait a minute. Okay, did you hear the song now?
Yeah.
So do you know what song I play?
I think it's a Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Yes. So these plastic tubes, wherever we tap them, they produce a sound. They can be tapped on the floor, they can be tapped on my body, head, shoulder, wherever, on a table, on a chair, and they produce this musical sound, which are the notes. Also, on every boomwalker, we have the note, which is written. So it's very easy for the children to see all the time and learn. So I will play another one for you.
Okay.
And I want you to recognize the song, please. you hear this one?
Yeah, I got
Which
it.
one was it?
I think it's head, shoulders, nose and toes, something like this.
Oh, MacDonald had a
Uh,
farm. Yes, yes. These are very how do we say, very childish songs. So most of the kids really know them and they like them. It is you know, a little bit when people see them they just go okay, so you can just tap them and have a note. And you know, if you had the, for example, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, if you had the notes in front and you would see the color, you would know how many times you had to tap with your color. So you would be all together a team and you would have fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Many times I say to my students and the parents that they could play together at home and just have fun, especially now with the lockdown. You can just stay home and play music, practice.
Great. So, do you think you have delivered your message to the world through the Boomwhackers?
Yes, yes, and I'm so happy about that, and I feel very happy, and I couldn't ask for something more, because when I get so many messages for all over the world, and they say to me, okay, we got your book, or we are looking at you on Facebook, and we see all the videos you do, and you're training educators, and we want you to help us and tell us ideas and how can we use them in the classroom. And yes, 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 I am very happy for this. And I want you to know that I'm I'm doing it because I love it very much, and I like it so much. And yes, I think that I've made my goal here. But I'm also trying hard to improve what I'm doing, to do more songs and more activities, and to combine many other things together.
Okay.
So yes, I'm very happy for all this.
And we are very happy for you too, Effie. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Nour.
Okay. So, okay, if people are coming to your classroom, okay, or we are watching your method, what do you want people to expect or to think when they see your method?
Well, the first thing that I would like them to do is to come and be positive, because many of them come and they say, well, it's difficult. So are we going to learn to play? And because my workshops are about 5-6 hours, and I tell them that when the workshop finish, you are going to leave from here and you are going to know how to play. And they say, really? And I just want to tell them that it's very easy and they can do it. They don't have to worry about that. And if they follow all the instructions and follow the method, it is very easy, not only for them but for the students too. Because I have worked with students that go to daycare centers that are 3 years old. I have been working boom workers with children from 3 years old and from adults. So I have an experience of over 10, 12 years, and my experience has shown to me that it is very easy to learn to play.
Okay, do you think you have found one of the ways that humans can learn?
I didn't hear. I have found one of the
Okay,
way.
yeah, do you think that you have found one of the ways or touched one of the ways how humans can learn?
Yes, definitely, because you know something. In a very little amount of time, you can read and play. And I will tell you something that is also important. When we look at, for example, at this, and we saw the color red, red, green, green. Okay, if we do this song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, okay, if we do this song 10 times, 15 times, using the colors, your eye goes all the time at the red, 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 but you see that the red is the note do. So as time goes by and as you practice, you know that the red color now becomes the note do. So you just learn to read the notes. And that's also very important. So many of my students, and especially little ones, they say to me, okay, miss, we don't want to use the colors anymore because we learned the notes. And they learn the notes because of the color. And that's very important because they have learned the notes because of the color, which was very easy for them. And the colors are so nice. So when the children see them, they get excited and they just want to get them, grab them, and tap them and play. So because of all this procession, they just learn the notes after a time, of course, and with a lot of practice. So that's very important for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see, the colors are really nice, and the fun. And I can't show you now because, as I said, it is very active. So we have to have a lot of people and just play and dance and tap. But wherever I've done workshops, and the last 6 months I've been doing over 40 Skype sessions with government schools from India. And even though they don't have Boomwhackers in India, when the students see me doing all these things, they just get excited, and I say to them, okay, get two pencils and just tap them so you can take part in the session. And they just like it. And that's what that's the best thing for me, because I see that they like what I really do. So
Yeah. Okay. So let me say this. So through your teaching and the training experience, okay, what are your
yes.
recommendations, your main recommendations for other teachers and educational practitioners?
You mean for music generally or for Boomwhackers?
No, no, for teachers, for other teachers.
To use Boomwhackers in the classroom in
Mm-hmm.
education?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I said to you that they have a very low cost. They don't cost. I can tell you that they cost about 25 euros.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big amount of money. So they are very. They have a low cost, so we can buy them. They are not heavy, so we can take them with us wherever we want. We can take them in the classroom. We can take them out of the classroom, so we can have a concert or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even though every children can have its own boom walker and carry them in every lesson and play. So I would recommend teachers to use them in the classroom and have fun with them. And they
Okay.
will see that children will learn very easy. They will learn the colors, the notes, the duration, as we said, as I said, musical intensity high and high in duration. They will learn activity with the value of the notes, as I showed there, and with the poses, rhythms and kinetic games, concepts always in a form of play, which for me is very important. They use a form of play, music games, music activities, music songs. They can also learn how to read a score. This is a score, okay, with using the colors, as I said before. They can organize an orchestra with Boomwhackers, which is really fun, and they can put some other instruments inside. For example, I play the piano, so when my students play a song with the Boomwhackers, I always play with them. And they will learn, they will see that children will learn music in a very simple and entertaining way, which is also important. They will work in teams and not individual. They are going to love that, because it is it, we want children to work together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important for me is that children will express themselves and get stressed out through music, children and teachers together. So I would recommend them without a second thought. Get a pair of Boomwhackers.
Okay, that's been a great pleasure talking to you, Effie. Thank you so much.
And can I say about my book also,
Yeah, yeah,
which
sure.
is this is my book, which is really very easy, and it has all the activities inside, and it has all the games and all the songs, and it's very easy to use. It also has a CD inside, so you can hear the songs that I've written, and you can play them and play along with the CD. So if your native language is not English, it will help you very much to learn English through music and play, because all the activities are in English. It has songs in English, games in English, phrases, words, whatever you like. But as I said, you can also use your imagination and do whatever you like in the classroom with the Boomwhackers.
I cannot appreciate this enough. Thank you so much, Effie, for your
Oh,
efforts and
no,
for
thank you,
helping the
Nour. The
world.
pleasure was all mine. Thank you for
Thank
inviting
you so
me.
much.
And all the best and all the luck with what you're doing in Cairo.
Thank you so much.